Hey guys, Matt at Narrowland here with today's easy Webflow tutorial. Have had several people ask me about something I used to struggle with myself, which is responsive three-column collection item feeds. So that seems, pretty simple. If you're looking at Webflow, you click on the collection list and it gives you that option, for what layout, and you would think it just runs smooth. Not always the case. So we do need to make a few settings so that it is three columns. It's uses proper spacing and whatnot. And most importantly, so that when you start to drag in, we don't have gaps in our rows or wonky styling. It stays at 3 and then snaps to 1. We get that nice one column feed there. So as you can see, we're coming to you from Narrow Labs today instead of my usual Narrowland start. So let's hop in and see how this is done here. So I'm going to go over to our test page. And I already have a section and a container set up. So the first thing we need to do, right, is drop our collection list in. So we'll get that. For the purpose of this, we will connect it to website inspiration. So this is going to look just like our homepage. And go ahead and click the 3-column option. And let's just call this site feed. So as you can see, I stay with just a block element for display. I put 100 pixels padding below, assign a max width of 1440 pixels, and I leave the overflow on. Beyond that, not a whole lot going on there. Inside of that, let's just keep our names real simple. This is where a little bit more complex styling begins to take place. So we're going to just call this collection list. Okay, so we want to use flex layout, horizontal. Obviously, we're going 3 across, right? We need them to stretch so that each collection item height is the same, no matter what the content is on the inside. And we justify everything to the left. I turn the margins off. Sometimes it loads these like negative margins in, so I just make sure that those are at 0 so that there's no funny business there. And then I keep my max width at 1440 pixels. So what do we do to make it responsive? Okay, let's take a little jump down. And there's only one real significant change here. I'm sorry, I did want to point out children is set to wrap. And then we have the stretch to align the rows. So again, all of our content, whether it's different sizes or not, is always going to stretch, and the boxes will be the same size. Sorry about that omission. Let's jump into responsive. So the real change, we just go block elements, and we're actually going to let the collection items take care of the rest. So as you see, nothing else has changed here. All we did was go from flex styling or flex layout to block layout. And our last step here is we need to make our adjustments to the actual collection item. So let's go ahead and call that collection item. Okay, so it starts to look a little weird because we got no content in there just yet, right? But as you see, we are going with shrink if needed on the sizing. We are using a flex layout for our collection items, but we're going vertical so that all of the content will stack. So it's going to look like this, image, and then title. We want stretch alignment, and we want to space things out evenly. And then I leave the height on auto, and I like to put 40 pixels padding or a 40 pixel margin on the bottom. Let's drop some content in and see how that looks. So I'm going to put my link block. Oh, no, collection item, right? I said this is where the magic happens. So what's the difference when the collection item goes mobile? How does this kind of force itself full width? So as you see, we leave our display the same, our direction the same, our padding the same, and even our height the same. But you put in 100% width, and that forces it full width. So as soon as you move down to tablet or smaller, it's sitting at full width. Now let's take a look at how that works in practice. Let's put a link block in there. We'll call this post feed link. There it is. So I like, I added a background in there, as you can see, and some padding. And again, that link is 100% width, so that ensures that it's going to fill in the entire collection item. No real changes take place other than the padding reduces on smaller screens. So it's always at 100%. The alignment and display is always the same, but that padding just kind of notches down as you get onto smaller screens. That's the only difference that we have here. So we have our post feed link. We'll drop a image in. And I'll go back to the full size. We'll drop an image in. This will come together real fast once that happens, as you'll see. And we'll call that review image. Review image. Add a little shadow. And then we just drop our title, which in this case I was using a H4. And now we just populate with content. So this will be the name. This will be the featured image. Our alt text is loaded in there as well. Featured image meta. And we need the collection item to link to the current website inspiration. Voila, we are done. One last thing that I see getting omitted often, so I'll just bring that up, but you want to make sure you style your buttons if you're using pagination. Pagination? Never figured it out. But let's say that we're going to paginate every 12 items. You want to make sure next and previous, you just style those as buttons. So button. And same with previous. Button. If you want to, make it a little fancier, submit. Let's go button and submit. Pretty nice. And when we take a look, there it is. Next, previous. But those get left naked a lot, unstyled. So I always like to just point that out to make sure you remember to do that. So hope this helps. Hopes this alleviates some frustration. As I said at the beginning, can be a little frustrating when you are trying to do a nice 3-column row and it's just not working out of the box. So utilize these settings here and you will be good to go. Thanks, guys.